Leave.
Wow.
Please leave. Please leave. I am not okay with this. Please leave my job. I have to go.
Don't touch me, little man. Move, get back.
Come on, that.
Get back. Move, bro. Move, get back. Get back. No, I'm not. Get back. Please move from my car, bro. Move, little man. Please move.
Oh, you on that?
Move, little man. Move. Get my door, please. Get my door.
Belglade, Florida. A violent break-in shatters the night. Gunshots echo through a family home. A young boy, trembling, is forced to dial 911 for his mother. By the time help arrives, it's already too late. Shantae Butts, 31 years old, mother of four, is gone. But who was Shantae before that horrific night? She was a home health aide who spent her days caring for others, bringing comfort to those who needed it most.
Hello? Oh! It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
She built her own cleaning business from the ground up, polished by Shay, proof of her drive and determination. She was also a rising content creator, using her growing platform not for vanity, but for a cause. Her videos weren't about trends or entertainment. They were about truth. She was calling out absent fathers, holding them accountable, refusing to let their failures go unnoticed.
So I'm 30, finna be 31, and I was adopted as a child. In between adopted and foster, I don't think people know this, is when you adopted, you belong in that family. So therefore, the state can't come and take you out of that household. Now, if you fostered, you could just get taken at any moment whenever the person choose to get a child. Like if they want a child and they want you, they can just take you. Or if that parent don't want you anymore, they can just send you back to the state, to a group home, you know. So I was very blessed with being adopted by my mom. So as I got older, you know, everybody in my family was doing this ancestry thing. They was trying to find their family, you know, so I was the last person to find my dad. And I really didn't want to find my daddy. It was like, I was like, okay, I'm already content. I got a daddy. My daddy is good to me. My stepdaddy, he good to me. So I wasn't searching for a daddy. I think I was more searching for answers, if that makes sense.
And one name kept appearing in her posts, Little M. Williams. Her ex-boyfriend, the father of her youngest children. She didn't just mention him once or twice. She exposed him publicly, repeatedly, fearlessly. Her videos went viral. Thousands watched. Thousands related to her message. But so did he. And unlike her supporters, he wasn't applauding. He was fuming. Little M. Williams was 46 years old, and he had a history that should have terrified anyone paying attention. Sexual battery in 2014. A stalking conviction in 2018. Assaults throughout 2023 and 2024. Break-ins. Strangulation. Battery. The courts knew every single incident. They handed down sentences. 157 days here. 66 days there. Restraining orders were issued, then violated, and then nothing. No real consequences. No protection for Shantae. Then came July 2025, and everything escalated. He started showing up everywhere. Her doorbell camera captured him over 20 times, lurking outside her home at all hours. He appeared at her workplace. Footage shows her pleading with him, begging him to leave her alone. Terrified, she fled to a hotel, desperate to escape his reach. But even in hiding, she couldn't stay silent. She posted online, her voice shaking with fear. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. She documented everything, every threat, every violation, every single warning sign. She followed every step victims are told to take. She reported him. She got restraining orders. She left. She did everything right. So why is she dead? If you ever felt like the system failed someone you love, hit that like button right now. Shantae's story needs to be heard by everyone, because what happened to her should never happen to anyone. Let's look at the footage Shantae left behind, the warnings that everyone ignored.
Some women, me, I'm putting myself in that category. Make it okay for niggas not to be by that. We'll get with somebody who we know ain't shit right. Just go through the motions, you know, just being in our relationship because we so happy that somebody love us. But we can just love ourselves if that makes sense. Take care of the household, do what we gotta do, because in reality we just not feeling like we housing a nigga. But in reality, we housing a nigga. And from the outside looking in, it looked like he's helping or contributing because your life is still going on the same way. In reality, you up in that screaming to the top of your lungs because every time you turn around, the bill keep flying past that. You gotta catch it. You gotta be the bill catcher. And the motherfucker just sleep. He may be contributing to your life, but he ain't contributing to your bills in reality, because you so hell bent on doing for yourself, or oh, I been paying my bills, oh, I ain't gonna let no nigga pay my bills, oh, this and that. No, let him pay half. That halfway contributing to all your mother problems in your life. Just don't choose no bad niggas. We'll get with some niggas that we feel like, oh, they good for us, and in reality they ain't, because from the outside looking in, when you was looking at him before, he was with another who was the boss. So she was handling all the way. And in reality, y'all sitting on the other side in that damn green pasture thinking that mother he doing. And in reality, it's her money who funding the trips. It's her money who paying the bills. It's like it's your money that's paying for your trips and your money that's paying for your motherfucking bills. What I really, really hate, the dumbass that be like, oh, she just saying that because he not with her. There's a reason why he ain't with her.
The other side of that door, the deputies boarded up. They say at least 6 children were inside of this mobile home, and they had to listen as 2 people, one of which, their mother,
said you can't sleep right now. It's just her face. That's all I can remember.
This neighbor asked to remain anonymous for safety reasons, but she talked with me about what she witnessed Friday night after her son heard fire.
He said, yeah, the door's still open. So I started walking over there.
As she entered this home on State Road 715 in Belglade, she says she saw the suspect, Little Mac Williams, and even spoke with him briefly as he left the home.
I say, you know, where the kids? He said, they in there. I asked him where she was at. He said she was.
The neighbor says Williams was referring to Shantae Butts, his ex and mother to his children. She went inside where 6 children greeted her.
I said, where your mama? He said, she in now.
Keeping the kids out of the room, she first found Butts' boyfriend.
And I thought it was because he wasn't moving.
Then she spotted Butts.
She was gone. She was gone. I can't shake that part.
You can't shake what part?
Her eyes, how she looked.
Traumatized, but realizing the boyfriend was still alive, she tried to help.
I can just remember 1722. 1720, because I was counting the seconds between his breaths.
Medics rushed the boyfriend to the hospital where he is in stable condition. Palm Beach County deputies say Williams broke in through a window, started fighting the boyfriend, and then fired multiple shots.
He had gashes in his face, like scratches. Like they had been fighting. You could tell the room they was fighting.
Checking court records, Williams has a lengthy rap sheet, pleading guilty to domestic battery by strangulation, felony battery, and drug charges. However, the witness tells me Butts never thought the relationship would cost her her life.
She was scared. She wasn't expecting it. The look on her face was like she wasn't expecting it.
Now, Williams had a warrant out for his arrest just days before this happened on a burglary charge, but he wasn't picked up in time. And now he's sitting in the county jail facing a first-degree charge. In Belglade, I'm Kayla McDermott.
Also in Palm Beach County, one person is dead, another is injured after a in Belglade. The suspected gunman, now behind bars, 46-year-old Little Mac Williams, was arrested after allegedly running away from that crime scene. It happened just before midnight on Friday on State Road 715 in Belglade. Deputies received a 911 call from a child who said his stepfather broke into the home and heard his mother being shot. When deputies arrived at the home, they found Williams' ex-girlfriend and her current boyfriend both suffering from gunshot wounds. The ex-girlfriend, the other victim, was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. Williams surrendered to deputies. The suspect now faces first-degree charges.
Survivors of domestic violence are told to speak up, document everything. But for one Belglade mother, even that wasn't enough. Tonight, we're uncovering how her fits into a larger pattern and why advocates say the system is still falling short. CBS 12's Katie Benty joins us live in the newsroom with that story. Katie?
Liz, Shantae Butts told deputies she was being stalked. She had the video, she filed reports, and just days later, she was in her home. Shantae Butts was a mother of 4 inside her Belglade home last week. Deputies say it was her son who called 911. The man accused of her Little Mac Williams, her ex, and the father of her children. Investigators say he also her current boyfriend who survived. Court records reveal a decade of abuse across multiple relationships. In 2024, Williams broke into Butts' home, her and took her phone. He was convicted, ordered to stay away, but he came back.
Please leave.
She posted this video to Facebook of what appears to be Williams waiting at her job.
Please leave my job. I have to go.
She told deputies he later stole her. Then there's this, a log showing Williams on her doorbell camera more than 20 times in one night.
If law enforcement's being called, something's, going on. There's something major that's happened.
On July 5th, deputies issued a warrant for stalking, but he wasn't arrested. 6 days later, she was.
The homicide rate is high, especially when someone's trying to leave that abusive situation. That's when they're at the highest risk.
Advocates say survivors often do everything right and still don't make it out.
Safety planning, escape planning, all that's happening right from the minute that we get that phone call.
And it's not just Butts' case. In 2023, a Boynton Beach woman was less than an hour after filing a police report about her ex. Williams is now behind bars charged with attempted murder and being a felon in possession of a firearm. But advocates say it's too late for Shantae Butts, and unless something changes, more survivors will die asking for help. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Katie Benty, CBS 12 News.
Restraining orders were issued multiple times, and he violated them multiple times. What happened then? More paperwork, more warnings, more empty promises of protection that never materialized. Those restraining orders became nothing more than worthless pieces of paper that couldn't stop him from showing up at her door, at her job, in her life. Drop a comment below. What state or country are you watching from? And have you seen your community fail victims of violence like this? Because Shantae's story isn't unique. It's happening everywhere. The pattern we're seeing here is one that plays out far too often. Domestic violence victims are told to leave their abusers. Shantae left. They're told to report the abuse. She reported everything. They're told to get restraining orders. She got them. They're told to document the threats. She documented every single one, often on video for the world to see. But here's the cruel reality. The most dangerous time for a victim is often right after they leave. That's when the abuser realizes they've lost control. That's when the violence escalates. Shantae didn't just leave quietly. She fled to a hotel, trying to disappear. She changed her routines. She took precautions. But she also refused to be silenced. Her viral videos calling out Williams and other absent fathers may have empowered thousands of women. They may have given a voice to people who felt unheard. But they also enraged a violent man who couldn't stand being exposed. The question everyone keeps asking is, why didn't she just leave? But that question misses the point entirely. She did leave. She reported. She fought back the only way she knew how, with truth, with documentation, with her voice. The real question is, why wasn't she protected? Why were his violent crimes treated like minor inconveniences? Why was a man with a history of sexual battery, stalking, and assault allowed to roam free after violating restraining orders? For children lost their mother on July 11th. A community lost a woman who refused to stay quiet in the face of injustice. And the justice system showed, once again, that paperwork alone doesn't stop bullets. Restraining orders without real enforcement are just words on paper. Light sentences for violent offenders send one clear message. Your violence doesn't have real consequences until someone ends up dead. Then suddenly, everyone wants to know what went wrong. What went wrong was that every institution meant to protect Shantae failed her. The courts failed her by treating Williams' violence as a series of isolated incidents rather than an escalating pattern. Law enforcement failed her by not taking restraining order violations seriously. The system failed her by prioritizing his freedom over her safety. So, what lessons do we take from this tragedy? First, we must believe victims when they say they're in danger. Shantae wasn't exaggerating. She wasn't being dramatic. She was telling the truth, and she paid for it with her life. Second, holding abusers accountable means more than 66-day jail sentences. It means recognizing that someone who strangles, stalks, and batters is capable of murder. Third, when someone violates a restraining order, that's not a technicality or a minor offense. It's a clear warning that worse is coming. Shantae's documentation should have saved her life. Every video, every police report, every piece of evidence she gathered should have been enough to keep Williams away from her permanently. Instead, all of that documentation just became evidence used after her murder. We owe it to her children and to every victim still fighting for safety to demand better from the systems meant to protect them. Shantae Butts was 31 years old. She worked 2 jobs to provide for her family. She built a business with her own hands. She raised 4 children who loved her. She used her voice and her platform to call out injustice, to demand accountability, to speak for those who felt powerless. And that voice was silenced by a man the system refused to stop, despite having every opportunity to do so. Her story is a warning. To anyone watching who feels unsafe right now, document everything. Tell everyone you trust, don't stay silent. Reach out for help, even when it feels hopeless. And to the system that failed Shantae, this blood is on your hands. How many more names do we need to add to the list before real change happens? If this story moved you, share this video. Subscribe to our channel so we can keep demanding justice for those the system fails. Comment below, what do you think really went wrong here? What needs to change? Shantae Butts deserve better. Her children deserve to grow up with their mother. And every person living in fear right now deserves a system that actually protects them. Rest in peace, Shantae Butts. Your voice still matters, and we won't let your story be forgotten.